Hey everybody, welcome to Traveling Art Room. I'm Miss Lowndes and I'm here to teach you how to make these beautiful owls inspired by African tribal patterns. Now, if this is your first time to my channel, welcome. This is an awesome YouTube channel that teaches students kindergarten all the way up to 8th grade how to make beautiful art at home or in the classroom. So in this video, I'm actually gonna teach you how to create two versions of the owl. The owl you see here is created just using markers and pencils, so it's a little bit more economically friendly. The second version that you'll see in this video is an owl created with neon paint, paint markers, a Sharpie. Either way, I'll put all the supplies that I use for both projects in the description below. Not only will I include the links to all the supplies I use in this video, I will also include 12 different animal guided drawing handouts in the description, along with templates, a full lesson plan, and of course a free interactive handout. This is a quick preview of the next clip where you will learn how to draw the owl for both versions of the project. Once you're done drawing the owl, stick around if you're using markers or skip ahead if you choose to paint. Step 1, it's time to make a 1-inch border around the edge of our paper, kind of like a picture frame. So go ahead, grab your ruler. You need to figure out where the middle of your paper is on the top and the bottom. So half of 12 is 6. So I'm gonna go ahead and find my 6 and just put a little dash so I know that's the middle. And you want to make sure that the indicators are lined up, so it's important you press really lightly. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and connect these. Now when I'm drawing my line, you can see how my pencil glides against the ruler. Now after I indicate the center of my paper, I have everything ready to go. It's time to start doing that 1-inch border I was talking about. When I do that, I go to that center indicator right there, and I go here and I just line up the 1-inch mark on all sides, just 1 inch. Okay, cool. So we have our inch indicators. It's time to start creating our lines. Go ahead and drag my pencil against the ruler, pressing somewhat lightly. All right, so we have nice indicated lines here. We've got the center point, we've got our border here. Now it's time to erase. And when you're erasing, you're just gonna be erasing the inside of your border. You're gonna leave this here. This is gonna help you generate a very well-balanced, symmetrical design. You can now pause this video to check for understanding on step 1. We're gonna go ahead and use this step-by-step guide on how to create this symmetrical owl. All right, step 1, you're gonna start about right here, bring it out. You know, it's like these two diagonal lines. All right, then we're gonna bring our body to the halfway point. Then we're going to bring it down after the halfway point, making sure it's nice and equal. And we're gonna go here on a nice line, just like that. Now we have our body, it's time for the tail. You wanna leave some room for the feathers, and you can see how they are symmetrical. You wanna make sure everything is nice and symmetrical. And then we're gonna bring it in just a little bit. Looking great, that is the head, perfect. We're gonna bring the head in just a little bit here and making sure it starts about the same place. All right, there is the head, and now it is time to create the face. Make the diamond first. Now when you do the face, you wanna kinda start here. Okay, time for the wings. So bringing the wings up and over. Remember, we're not adding some details, we're just trying to draw big shapes to fill it in a little bit later. We're gonna be moving into step 5 where we're actually creating the feathers. And because we have a lot of empty space, don't be shy. Now that I'm done with that part, it's time to put our feathers at the bottom. I have 3 on this side, and you can see that this line indicates the next side to keep everything symmetrical. Now that you're done drawing your owl, continue to the next clip if you're using markers, or skip ahead to the timestamp listed in the video description if you're using paint. All right, it's time to ink this bad boy. I've got a thick and a thin Sharpie. I'm gonna go in with my thick Sharpie first to outline the whole thing. Then I'll go in with my thin Sharpie to actually design the little detail lines and shapes inside. When you're drawing, guys, make sure you're drawing shapes that you're excited to color inside of. You don't want to draw shapes that are like crazy complicated. You want to draw some basic geometric shapes like rectangles, squares, all that fun stuff. guys, you can see that I finished coloring inside of my shapes, and now I'm going to color around my shapes. And if you notice, I used a cool color scheme when I was coloring in my shapes, so I can set myself up to develop some excellent contrast using my warm colors around those cool colors I colored in. Let's get started. Gonna go right into my border with my Quick Sticks metallic gold paint, and it's so cool. It looks like a glue stick, but really it's just a paint stick, and all you do is just color it in. I want to create a nice bold pattern around my design. So when we're doing our border, think of big geometric shapes to create a nice big border. All right, so let's get going. Time to paint. Listen, I love painting. I'm so excited. All you need is a cup of water, your paintbrush, the colors you can use or whatever you want, a paper towel to make sure your paintbrush isn't soaking wet. I think the body of the owl should be a really bright, beautiful color. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this beautiful, bright yellowish green. About painting with gold acrylic paint. You could also use gold metal leaf. Now with gold metal leaf, you're not able to draw on top of it, but man, let me tell you, it will make your project look very, very expensive. We're actually just going to use our gold metallic paint. The next step, after we have our border painted, everything is dry, you're just gonna get your thick Sharpie and you're gonna outline every single shape in your design. That is so cool. Job. Now that you're done, share your beautiful artwork on Instagram and tag Traveling Art Room so I can shout you out in my next video.